Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice of the guys. Me, really raw, villain raw, Terrell from Jr. here at your service. Wow. Wow. Good news and bad news. Good news. The game was great. The game was amazing. Had a great time. Shout out to Barclays. Great arena, great people, great staff over there. Uh, and we hit the Liberty. I put in Discord. I took the Liberty when I found out I was going to the game. I went ahead and bet the Liberty because I wanted action on Liberty at the game, and it hit. Bad news. It was the only thing that hit because I just knew where I had the right angle on that Chelsea Gray prop. I promise you I did, and I didn't credit Liana Fibic enough for how good she is defensively, man. Very, very good player defensively, really, really long, and she just clogged up the passing lanes. And Chelsea Gray just couldn't get a good look at the basket all night with her on her. So that was tough. Very tough loss. What wasn't a tough loss was the under because we lost it by the hook. Granted, I was watching the game and I thought the game was going over, but the scoring kind of died. And I was like, oh, maybe, but nope. That went over by the hook with 1 minute left. That sucked. They didn't even score again. So they really just lost by the hook. And then we get to the night game, and DeWanna Bonner goes 4 for 17, and Nafisa Collier falls a few points short. A few points short. I did say that right. I said it right the first time. Tough losses. Those are some tough losses, but we're gonna bounce back. All right. Before we do that, though, it's October. So guess what? I have to give away the September contest. So drum roll, please, for that contest. You're not drum rolling. Thank you for the people that are drum rolling. I don't know why some people feel like they don't have to drum roll. Please drum roll. Thank you for drum rolling. All right, it's going to Face Dog. Shout out to Face Dog. I was happy to see that he won, and I had nothing to do with that, so don't look at me. But yeah, shout out to Face Dog. Face Dog, you did win the Gary Payton signed basketball. That is going to, hey, you got to send an email to mailbag@fantasypros.com. Again, that's mailbag@fantasypros.com. And send them a proof of your review. And Face Dog, they will ship that out to you. So congrats again. And what should we give away this month in honor of the NBA season tipping off? And one of my favorite teams to bet on, we're going to give away an Alonzo Mourning Heat jersey, signed Alonzo Mourning Heat jersey. Make sure you get those reviews in bettingpros.com/fast so you can get that Alonzo Mourning signed Heat jersey for this month's giveaway. All right. I feel like I had the right thought. Execution just wasn't all the way there, but I feel like I had the right thought on the games. I should have bet the Sun. I knew the Sun were going to win game one. I knew it. Should have bet it. Well, too late for that. All right. So here's the plays that I am betting for game twos of the semifinals. Play number one in the Aces and the Liberty game two. I do think the Aces are going to get out and get out early in the game. This is a do or die game for them. Like, you do not want to go back home down 2 games because now every game is an elimination game from that here point forward. Every game is an elimination game at that point. So you really, really don't want to go down 2 games. So I think they get out early. I think that the ball is going to move around and they're going to be, kind of looking like the Minnesota Lynx, what they look like this year and what the Aces look like in years past of like, hey, we're just going to pass the ball around and we're going to go try to get the best available shot from whoever. And so you get a whole bunch of contribution from a whole bunch of different players. And so I think that's really what the game plan is, hey, don't let the ball stick and keep moving the ball around because the Liberty are really, really long and they're really, really disrupting their passing lanes, their shots, they're getting turnovers, everything. I think the rebounding is going to be better. I think Asia Wilson is going to be better on the boards and give them more opportunities with some offensive rebounding. They only had 2 offensive rebounds for the entire game. I think that's another point of emphasis that they talked about as well. So I think the Aces can do that for a half. Maybe not the whole game, but I think for a half. In the second half, I do think that the length of the Liberty and just it catches up with them. And the Liberty start to adjust. They kind of came out slow. Remember that second game against the Atlanta Dream? Like they really wasn't best Liberty basketball. The Dream had a lead early on in that game. I think it's something similar here. I like the Aces. You can get them at +3 right now, guys, in the first half. That is going to be play number one. Play number two. We are going to take Alyssa Thomas, AT, back AT. And I like AT because this is AT, and it's so funny. My co-host on my other show made the what's it called comparison, and he said that AT is like playoff Rondo, and I thought, oh man, yeah, the stats just go all the way up in the playoffs. AT just comes up big all the time in the playoffs, and she came up big again with a near triple double in that game one game. I think that that's just going to continue to happen because that's who AT is. AT has really good games against this team. She has been over 32 and a half on her points, rebounds, and assists in 8 of the last 11 games against the Minnesota Lynx. She did it in the first game. She's done it 4 of 5 this season, 4 of her last 5 games this season. I'm backing Alyssa Thomas over 32 and a half PRA. Play number two. Play number three. All right, we're gonna run DeWanna Bonner back, but we're gonna take another bet. And instead, we're going to take DeWanna Bonner over 1.5 3-pointers made. That is plus money right now. You can get that at plus 110. You look at what DeWanna Bonner has done against the Minnesota Lynx, and she has gone over 1.5 threes against the Minnesota Lynx in 9 of her last 11 games. 9 of the last 11. So 9 of the last 11, she's gone over that prop. And it doesn't matter. I mean, you saw the last game, 17 shots. She got 17 shots up, 4 for 17. She didn't care that she was missing. She was still going to shoot because they need her offense. And I think this time around, Marina Mabry is going to have a rougher game. I know she had a really, really hot game in that game one, but I think the matchup is the matchup, and it's a tough matchup for her. And so I think she's going to come back down to life. But DeWanna Bonner just continuously puts up shots, no matter whether she's hot, whether she's not. And I think she's going to get going in this series. So I'm not really changing the handicap. I'm just going to change the bet. Give me over 1.5 threes plus money, DeWanna Bonner. All right. Play number 4. I mean, you could kind of call it play number 4. Yeah, I'm going to call it play number 4 because Fee is just too good. Fee is just too good. And that was a bad game, and she still had 19 and what was it, 19 and 9, 19 and 8. I think Fee is still live to go out here and try to be top point scorer in the series. I think that she has really, really good bounce back games against the Connecticut Sun when she hasn't had a good game. And she's been more consistent than not to the over 21 and a half. They did drop it from 22 and a half. She's been over this in what is this? 5 of the last 9. And then every time she's bounced back, she had a really bad game, she's bounced back. She bounced back from 14 with 26. She bounced back with 9 with 25. I guess you can say 21 was a bad game, but 21 is right there. We're right there at the line. And I think that she can get there. Again, I understand. And I think the ball's going to move around a lot better. That offense is going to look a lot better. Like they look really, really rough on offense. On my other show, because I would have took Minnesota, just laid the points for Minnesota here, but I did take that as my lock on my other show, and I try not to double dip. Bad juju vibes there. So I'm not going to double dip. I'm going to actually just take Nafisa Collier the best player on the team, I think she's going to go out there and show it again. So give me Nafisa Collier over 21.5 points. That is play number 4. All right. So there's your 4 plays. Nafisa Collier over 21.5 points. DeWanna Bonner over 1.5 threes. We're going to go with AT over 32.5 points. And then the Aces +3 in the first half. I also really do like the Liberty to still win that game. So I'm probably, hopefully, if the Aces go up in that first half, we can get the Liberty for a nice plus money price. I'm probably going to end up live betting that. Make sure you get in that BettingPros, bettingpros.com/chat. And I will post there if I do add that into the live bettings plays. So, all right, that's really it. Make sure, hey, you give me a follow at realreal__. Make sure you give us a follow at Betting Pros on X and TikTok, at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram, and youtube.com/Betting Pros. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all of that stuff. All right. That's really it. I actually don't have anything else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna end like this. We are out of here.